Saniyyah. How you guys doing?
Great.
I'm sorry I have to take the mic off because I pace when I talk. So you don't want me standing here because I'll be screaming inside and you won't get the full effect. So I have to have the mic in my hand. How you guys doing today?
Great.
Great. Good. In Toastmasters, they teach you not to say thank you to the audience because they should be thanking you. But I feel like if you come out and you support me, if you come out, even though I'm giving you something, I feel like you're giving something back. So to see you guys in the audience, that's a blessing for me. So thank you all for coming out. Also want you guys to, support Bree, lovely lady. She'll have her book out. I'm pretty sure she told you style fees, but I just had to say that because she's such a beautiful person and has so much to offer. Are you guys ready to take this journey?
Yes.
So I'm nervous and excited at the same time, but don't mind me, okay?
It's all right.
Sometimes I get excited, my voice might elevate, so don't mind that at all. For a show of hands, how many people can say they love themselves in this room? Okay. After speaking, you might want to rethink some things. Growing up when you're young, the way we interpret love is based on what we see around us. If you ask different people, everybody will say they have a different definition of love, right? Some people will tell you God. Some people will tell you if my man hit me. Some people tell you if he's or she's obsessive over me, that's love. So we all interpret love different. But the way we learn love is from the time we are babies and what we are taught. So if you grow up in a house where you see infidelity between your parents, you associate that with love. And either you become the cheater or the one that's getting cheated on, or you break the complete cycle. If you're raised in a household where physical abuse is the norm, you grow up to be the beater or the victim. So those are the ways we associate love. And I always tell people when I have a counseling session, I always go back to their childhood because they'll tell me they have so many problems, and I believe that it all comes from your childhood. A lot of people don't believe it, but it's true. When you look at a person's childhood, you'll find out a lot of things about them and the reason why they do certain things that they didn't even know that they were doing. So going back to the way we learn love based on what is taught to us and what is presented to us as kids, right? So growing up, I never was told I was beautiful. Not to say that my parents thought I was ugly, because I don't think they thought that, but I don't think they knew the value of speaking life into your kids, right? So when people told me I was ugly, I believed it. No one was in my household reinforcing that I was the opposite. When people told me I was dumb, I believed it. Because these are the things that were spoken into me. So here you have a little girl that grows up and she is broken. See, a lot of times we're adults, but we're little kids inside, and we pretend like we got it all together. We got our hair done, got our shoes, they fly. We got a nice house, nice car, nice career, but we're broken. Some of us won't admit that. My pet peeve in life, I'll always be honest with myself. Let me tell you something about me. I can't have anybody around me that's going to lie to me, because that means you don't love me. Because when you love me, you tell me the truth, right? So when you walk in a place of brokenness, guess what type of people you have around you? Broken people. So their mindset is the same. So they can't tell you right from wrong because they're broken themselves. So let me take it a step further. So you grow up in this household where you grow up with rejection. You grow up with not feeling loved. You grow up with not being enough. And I'm seeing young girls, and I don't want to say young girls and young boys because I see adults too. We post anything on social media for a comment or like just to get somebody engaged. And then we say we love ourselves, right? But I thought loving yourself is confidence. You don't need somebody to tell you you're beautiful to know you're beautiful. You don't need somebody to tell you you're smart to know that you're smart. I was at the shop at the salon getting my hair done by my friend Danielle. And these guys kept talking to me. And she was like, I got to hurry up and get you out of here. Your husband is going to be upset. So I'm going to pay attention to that. Because I know guys will tell you anything. They done told 10 other girls before they told me probably the same thing. That doesn't move me. It doesn't move me because I know who I am. But I didn't always know who I was. I'm going to tell you a story of my daughter and her boyfriend. So he comes to me, and he's like, I always tell her she's pretty, and she just look at me and be like, okay. But I lied to myself, because he was thinking she was conceited, but for me it was like a proud mommy moment. You know, when people come back and tell you the stuff that your kids do, you don't think they listen. So when he was telling me the story about how he had been, telling her how beautiful she was, and she wasn't really taken to it, she would just say, okay. I had to explain to him. See, I raised my kids from the time they were young. My daughter's 19-year-old. I have a 17-year-old and then a 10-year-old. Well, if you don't know, I have my baby at 16. I'll go into that later. But anyways, I had to explain to him from the time they were young, because it wasn't instilled in me, I instilled in my kids, you are beautiful. You are that. So when they date, should nobody walk in your life and do the bare minimum that what me and your father has not already shown you or given to you? Because we have given you more than enough. And we settle so much in life. And the thing is, even with parents, everything you do, your kid is watching you. So when you're in these dysfunctional relationships, when you dating every other month, because some of y'all say you're single, but you're not single because next month you'll be with somebody else. And then your daughter's watching this, and she thinks, oh, okay, I just go from man to man. And then your son is watching this, and he's like, I just go from woman to woman. What are we teaching our kids? But what are we teaching ourselves? See, I believe you can't love no one until it starts here. But it can't start here until it starts there. And I always got to tell people this, right? Because at first I'm like, I don't want to sound like a preacher. But if I did this and then incorporate God, I'll tell you it would be a lie. Because I didn't do this by myself. So I have to tell you about him. Growing up, my dad, I'm a PK, he's a pastor. He always wanted to make me sit down and watch Creflo Dollar. Probably why I don't like Creflo Dollar to this day. And he would have us read the scriptures and say what it meant and write a story. And I'm like, this is crazy. I want to go and hang out. I don't have time for this. This is what you do. It's not what I want to do. But what he was teaching me was, he would always say, when you react to somebody, they control you. I was a fighter. Look at me wrong, I might pop you. You say something smart, I might pop you. I'm going to be honest. Right? And he was like, they're controlling you. I'm like, they're not controlling me, because I wanted to believe I was doing what I wanted to do. And he was teaching me about love and how to respond to people. Like, Jesus got slapped. He got hit on the cheek and turned the other. That can't be me. Not at 16. You slap me, I'm slapping you back. That was my mindset. I'm being honest with you. But now that I'm an adult, it makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. Because when you love yourself, when you love God, it gives you a sense of peace like no other. No joke. No joke. It does. So, walking in the place of not loving yourself, right? I always pick it up on people. I can see it a mile away. They're the gossipers. Love to talk about other people. Always in somebody else's business. I used to be one too. I admit it. And they always come telling you about somebody's business, what somebody else is doing. But do you know what that is? It's a distraction. We focus on other people to avoid focusing on ourselves. So we gossip and talk about people, spread rumors, lies, and everything else because it prevents us from getting in the mirror and saying, what does Saniyyah need to deal with herself? I can focus on somebody else's household all day long. But if I'm not working on me, what difference does that make? Right? So when I see people negative, I'm like, oh, okay. But before I was there, I gossiped. I talked about people because I was avoiding what was going on within me. So you guys know I'm a therapist intern working towards my license to finish my hours. So I had a client. She was a young girl, teenager. And it broke my heart talking to her because she told me, she said, she had a breakup with a boyfriend, which is typical for a teenager, right? So she says, I know I'm young, and I probably have other breakups, but it hurts. So I'm walking her through the whole breakup thing, telling her, it's normal to feel that way, it's your boyfriend. But this is the thing that bothered me when I said, well, you guys are not together anymore. Start spending time with yourself. The little girl's response was, I don't know how to do that. What? She tells me, I know this sounds crazy, but I don't know how to love myself. Can you teach me? Broke my heart. Broke my heart. And I told her, I said, what do you do when you're in a relationship? She said, I buy him gifts. I text him. I ask him, if we can go to the movies and do dates. And I said, why do you do that for him? She said, because I love him. I said, so why is it that you can do that for him, but you can't do it for yourself? Right? I hear even adults, they'll tell me, I'm bored. You're bored. I've been married 17 years. I got 3 kids, and I love when they leave the house. I'm serious. I absolutely love it. Because I get to spend time with me. Right? When people tell me they're bored and they don't like to be by themselves, that makes me think, what relationship or connection do you have with yourself? Because if it's just you in a room by yourself and you're bored, it's a problem with that. Some of us will get in situations and relationships just to be up under somebody, just to say we want to cuddle with somebody, just to be in somebody's presence. You'll see people in friendships that are around all the wrong people just because they say they don't have any friends. Why would we do that? We do that because we don't love ourselves. This trips me out too. I'll talk to somebody and they'll tell me, their family member has some type of terminal illness and they'll get mad. They don't eat right. They don't exercise. And I'm looking at them like, you don't do those things either. Right? Or they'll call me with their problems. I tell them, I got a colleague. I'll give you their number. I'll give you a referral. You know what they tell me? $100 to listen, have somebody listen, just to sit there and listen. Really? But I'm listening for free. But then I'll see them, they got their hair done, weave extensions, whatever you want to call it, $200. Handbag, a few $100. Nice shoes, all that, but you telling me you can't pay $100 for a counseling session? Something's wrong with that picture. We invest in all the wrong things, but when it comes to investing in ourselves, we won't do it. We will not do it. But they'll get their hair done. They'll get a nice car. But when you say, I want to do something to better myself, they won't do it. And that tells me we don't really love ourselves. So I'm on this journey, and let me tell you this, because I was raised in the church. You can go to church every Sunday. I would go to church and I would be so mad at my dad. Like, you got me going here. These people have been in church 20 years and they hurt me. They lying on me. They doing this to me. 20 years in the church means nothing. It just means they're still broke. That's all. So when I became and got into a place where I started to seek God for myself, because a lot of times people go to the church and they think, it's just for the pastor. You're supposed to seek him for yourself, a divine relationship on your own, not just a building, because when you are a Christian, you are the church. The church goes everywhere you go, right? So I get into this place where I'm starting to find God on my own, change my whole mindset. Change my whole mindset. I had a new mindset. So when I got a new mindset, guess what I wanted? New friends. I'm new. So I want new people around me. My son makes me laugh because every time we get a new car, he tells his 2 sisters, don't bring no food in the car. Put your feet, you would think he paid for the car. Put your feet down. Don't do that. This is new. But you know what he said? This is a new car, and I want it to stay new. When I was a kid, we used to go to family members' house or my friend's house. Remember how you used to have to take your shoes off and leave them at the door to walk on the carpet? That already let you know their carpet had either just got clean or it was new. And they wanted their carpet to stay new. And that's how we have to be. When we get in the place of love, we have to change everything around us. How do you have a new mindset, but you're still rolling with your friends that want to gossip about everybody? How do you do that? You can't. Because then it's going to take you back to that same place that you were before, right? So now I'm in a new place, new mindset, new me. I'm feeling good. What do you think happens with my old people that was rolling with me? No, they don't fall off. They get mad. She thinks she better. She don't want to hang with us no more. She ain't all that. They get mad. But I'm like, you can take this journey with me too. But see, people lie to you. Negative people does not like positivity. They'll say they do, but they don't. They really don't. But I start feeling bad. Like, oh, why am I acting like this? I shouldn't be doing this to them. And you go back to that old place because you see yourself walking alone, right? Then I'm like, no, this is what I prayed for. I have to change my mindset. So this is what I would see. So when they would call me and they would want to talk about Susie or Bobby, I'll put the mirror right in their face and say, what's going on with you? You talk about making somebody mad? What you mean what's going on with me? Like I said, what's going on with you? I don't want to talk about Bobby and Susie. People don't want to change, but they want you to stay there with them. Crazy, right? I can't stay in that place. Because I'm walking in a place where I love myself. So I can't be there anymore. Right? When you love yourself, when you find this new place of peace and you loving yourself, you can see certain people a mile away. I recognize it now. Before I didn't recognize it, now I recognize it. People think I'm social, and I am. One-on-one, and if I know you. But if I walk into a setting and I don't know anybody, I get quiet. And I observe everybody. Not that I'm being judgmental. I want to see, is she the person that I want to converse with? Is he the person that I possibly want to have a friendship with? Because I'm watching you. People say birds of a feather flock together. People say that's a lie, but it's true. I watch people based on their friends. That tells me a lot about people. Because if you're telling me you're this positive person and all your friends is negative, you have to have something in common. I want everybody to close their eyes right now. I wasn't going to even do this, but I went into a different direction. But close your eyes. And I want everybody in the room to be honest with themselves. I want you to think about the people that you currently have around you. Are they positive and pushing you to your full potential? Or are they negative and it's always some type of chaos or drama? Now, if it is, say, shake your head yeah. Nobody look, everybody's eyes is closed. And if it's not, shake your head no. I don't see nobody shaking. Y'all just suck. I want to see. Can I see? Nobody else is watching. Everybody was like, y'all peeking to see somebody watch? I'm watching. Can nobody see you?
Wait, ask the question again.
Okay.
I was ready.
You was ready. I see you. You was there. Close your eyes, everybody. That's what y'all ask. See, when you love them, I don't care what people say about me at all anymore. They're gonna lie anyway. Close your eyes. Okay. Visualize this. Visualize yourself with your friends and think about their energy. Are they people that push you to your full potential? Or are they negative people that always got some chaos or drama? Shake your head if you're around positive people. Nod your head if you're not. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me say it real slow. Real slow. No, yeah. Did I say that right? Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, we gonna try this one more time. Huh? Third time's the charm. Close your eyes. Right? If you have positive people around you that push you into your full potential, shake your head yes. If you have people, nod your head.
Yeah, I'm with the nod. Yeah.
Terminology, goodness. I used to take an English class before coming up here. Nod your head yes. If you're around negative people that always have drama or chaos in your life, nod your head no. Shake your head no. Y'all not moving. So I'm thinking that everybody here is positive, which I don't believe. Let me tell you something. You guys can open your eyes now. The first thing to live in a peaceful, fulfilled life, seriously and all jokes aside, you got to be honest with yourself. You have to be honest with yourself. If I showed you my friends, they're a reflection of me. And they're real. And they're honest. My husband and I, we've been able to be together for so long because he gives me the so honesty. You know how sometimes you'll watch a show or you'll hear somebody say, a guy, they'll say, I have to lie to my wife, and she'll ask me, does it look like I lose weight? And he'll say, yeah, you look good, babe. Don't do that to me. If I ask you the question, I really want to know the answer. Don't lie to me. Do not lie to me. But you know what's so funny? We don't want people to lie to us, right? But we lie to ourselves daily. We lie to ourselves daily. Every time you get up and you're not honest with yourself, you're only hurting you. And I'm going to tell you how we lie to ourselves. Right? This is how we lie to ourselves. I have somebody come to me and they'll tell me they're not dealing with a family member. Right? Over one little minor thing. And it be so petty. And then I'll watch them and I have to ask them, you are ending a relationship with a family member over something so petty, but you being with a man that's cheated on you 20 times and you won't go nowhere. I'm confused. But you say you love yourself. How do you love yourself when you expect the bare minimum from people? It's like we make excuses for some people. I'm not going to accept this, but I'm going to accept this. When you love yourself, you want the best for yourself. I want the best friends. I want the best husband. I want the best kids. I want the best for myself. The best career. But if I'm not walking in love with myself, how can I get that? Right? That's why we need to be honest with ourselves. If I do something wrong, people don't even know. I'll call them sometimes and be like, I'm sorry. Like, what you calling me for? It's like, I didn't take it that way, but I know what my heart meant when I said it. And it was off. And I'm sorry. I correct myself. And if you're not walking with people that don't correct you, you need to think about the people you're walking with. I want my friends to love me and tell me the truth in all things. Right? I would tell my friend to come up here, but she would have to hobble. I know her leg is messed up. But it was such a blessing to me because I'm telling you, even when I started the seminar, and she lives in Texas, right? She like, shut up, Saniyyah. No, I'm not. But she came and flew all the way from Texas to help me with my first seminar. That's somebody that loves me. She loves me. She's been the same since we was kids, haven't changed since. And the crazy thing is, we had lost contact. And I hadn't seen her since I was like 17, and we got contact a few years ago and picked up like nothing ever happened. Right. And those when you could tell like people are really genuine and it's just them. You don't have to try. You don't have to work at it. It just flows. Have you ever been in a situation and you sitting down and talking to somebody and you feel like you're trying too hard?
Yeah.
I don't like to be in those situations. I tell people all the time, if you don't accept me and me, the whole me, then you don't want none of me. Because I'm going to be myself. Sometimes I speak proper English. Sometimes you might get a little slang, depending on how comfortable I am.
Right.
That's me. And I'm not going to change me for anyone because I love me. So we have to get to the place where we're honest with ourselves. And we start looking at people. Are they the best for me? Even in relationships, we'll settle. You know why we settle? Because what?
Because we settle with ourselves.
Exactly. We don't know our worth. Right? So now I'm walking in a new mindset in a place of love. Hey, Loretta. I'm walking in a place of love. Right? Now my mindset is different. So now I'm in a place of peace. When I was working at the county of San Bernardino, a guy comes in. And he's so mad. And I'm his intake worker. And I'm like, sir, you don't qualify. You're over income. And he tells me, all the programs are for the women. You know, you guys never help the men. I'm like, sir, I don't make the rules. You don't qualify. You're over income. He's going on and on and on. 30 minutes cussing me out. I'm just sitting there being real polite. And I'm telling you, it had to be God that was with me that day. And then 30 minutes in the intake interview, he says, you know what? I apologize. He said, you are so nice to me, and I'm so rude to you. I apologize. And what that taught me that day was, when you are in love with God, then within yourself, you walk in a place of peace.
Yeah.
So even the way you respond to certain stuff is different. People think I'm lying when I say I love peace and I protect my peace. When people come and tell me certain stuff, I have to shut it down because I don't even want to hear that. You know, people don't understand. Conversations, music, different things that put your headspace in a certain place. Even on social media. That's why with all this stuff that's going on with the police and all that, I'm like, I can't watch that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to be in that place. I want my mindset to be different. Right? Because I'm all about solutions. I hate people that always want to complain about the problem. Even my kids. They come, I don't like this, I don't like that. They get mad because my response is, what are you going to do about it? I don't want to hear the problem. I want to hear the solutions. Give me 5 solutions to that one problem. And work those 5 solutions out, and if they don't work, come back. I don't want to hear the problem. I'm a solution person. I hate people that nag and always want to dwell on negativity. But it had to start from within to get to that place. And sometimes it's not easy. Right? So let me take you here. Because this tripped me out. So when I changed my mindset, when I first learned to love myself and I changed my mindset, it even got deeper. When I was in grad school a few years ago, I saw people in their 40s, 50s, 60s going back to school to change their career. Right? The change is good, don't get me wrong. But what I noticed was they settled the first time. See, we pick jobs based on the money and how we think it's going to make us feel. And then you see people at jobs for 20 years and they bitter. They mad. They don't want to be there. Because they settle. And we settle every day in every aspect of our life. Because when you love yourself, you want the best for yourself. You won't settle. See, I used to walk in an interview for a job, and I would be defeated already. I'm not good enough because it was the rejection, it was the self-hate, just all this stuff I was dealing with. So when I would walk and meet people, it was like I was timid. And 9 times out of 10, I didn't get the job. Why did I get the job? I'm defeated. I don't feel like I'm even worthy enough to have the job, and people sense that. Now I walk in the room, I'm saniyyah. What's going on? I don't walk like I'm in fear anymore. You're my equal. I'm not above you, and I'm not beneath you. I'm your equal. I walk in as your peer. So my mindset began to change, right? So now I'm in a new place. But it even gets deeper. See, a lot of times I have people come and ask me, I don't know my purpose. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing in life. You'll never walk in your full potential until you love God and love yourself. Y'all didn't hear that. You'll never walk into your full potential in life until you love God and then love yourself. Broken people produce brokenness. Two broken people in a relationship don't make a whole. They're two broke people. Hurt people hurt others. Could you imagine me being broken up here? I would mess some people up. I would mess some people up. So when people come to me and they tell me, I don't understand, I'm going through this, I'm going through that, I've been praying. I was with him, he cheated on me. I was with him, he did the same thing. The only common denominator in the situation is you. If you keep going through the same thing over and over with different people all the time, you got to look at yourself. What is it about me that's causing these things to happen? And if you don't, you're going to stay in that place. Because we can't walk in our full potential if we're broken. I don't know if y'all say you might not be, but I am. So I'm going to talk about God. Woo.
That's right. Well,
but God can't use you to your full potential when you're broken. You're just going to hurt his kids. Okay, who's a parent here? Raise your hand. Would you hire a babysitter? No. Oh, you already know what I'm about to say. You already know what I'm about to say. So why would he put you on a platform and give you a platform to hurt his people? It doesn't make sense. You're not ready. And we think we're ready and we're not. We're lying. And when somebody tells us the truth, we run from those people. When in reality, we should be getting close to those people. I'm telling you, I love people around me to tell me the truth. Me and my friend, we can tell each other, you getting on my nerves, the feeling is mutual, you getting on mine too. And we not mad.
right.
We not mad. I can be honest with my husband, he can be honest with me. And that's how it should be in any relationship. If you can't be honest with your friends or the person you lay next to, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Society teaches us to tell people what they want to hear. I'm not. Disclaimer, you might not want to be my friend because you're going to get 100% truth. Sometimes we want to hear what we want to hear, but that doesn't help us grow. It doesn't help us at all. We stay in that place because this is what we do. She's the problem, he's the problem, I'm the problem. Because it doesn't matter what someone else does, my reaction is the only thing I'm worried about. People ask me all the time, you deal with this person after they did that? That's on them. I'm not about to stop my blessing. I'm not about to walk where God wants me to walk because it's somebody else. I want all mine. I want the best for me in every aspect of my life. And I won't be able to have that if I walk in a broken place. See, some of us, even when we say we love ourselves, but sometimes it's a lie, but I'm going to let some people believe it. And I ain't talking to no one directly because I really don't know if you love yourself or not. I'm just being funny. But we'll say we love ourselves, right? But when you love yourself, I really believe you walk in a place of peace. You're not easily angered. You're not easily frustrated because loving yourself comes with the sense of peace. Do you guys agree? Because you're looking at me like I'm crazy.
No, you good.
Right? So you walk in a place of peace. But this messes me up. When people say they love themselves and they treat people any kind of way. I believe when people do that, that's a reflection on them hurting in the inside. And I used to get mad and I would go off, and now I just recognize it like they're hurting. They might need a hug. They might need for me to tell them I love them. I don't respond the same way anymore. Because that once was me. I had a family member, And she kept going through the same situation over and over and over again. And I recognized some things in her. So I told her, because I love her, right? She my family member. I think I should be able to tell her. You telling me your problems, right? You get a free session, so I should be able to tell you my problems. Right? So when I told her, she got mad at me. Well, you should have said the good stuff first. Well, wasn't nothing good to say. I'm being honest. So she got mad at me and told me how I was negative and just all type of stuff. But you know what that taught me? I'm gonna tell you what you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you what you want to hear, but how does that help her? But that when we do that, when we tell people to lie to us, we saying, tell me what I want to hear, or it's gonna be a problem. And then we get mad and wonder why we're not growing. Who want to grow in here? I don't know if this message, if it's touching you or not, but if you want to grow, what I'm talking about, when you leave these four walls, you apply it. See, a lot of times we hear stuff and we just hear it, but we don't apply it. What is the point of going to school, elementary through middle school through high school, college, however far you went, go to school every day and not learn it? This is what I tell the students all the time when they walk in my office for counseling and they mad and don't want to be in class. I'm like, well, why even come? And some people might say, well, why would you discourage them? No, I'm telling them the truth. What is the point of going to school every day if you don't want to learn anything? Why pay your money and come here if you're not going to change something? If I come and pay my money for a seminar, I want you to give me something that's going to help me change my life, something I can apply, something I can practice. Because if you're not, what is the point? So people was telling me, I'm going to come out and support you. Don't come support me. Support yourself. I got what I need. So if you here, it's for a reason. I'm serious. I got what I need. I'm good. I'm working on me. So don't say you support me. Apply it to support yourself. How many people going to apply? Now, if you don't raise your hand and you wasted your money, that's on you. Because I feel like I delivered. Now, if you didn't receive, that's your choice. I did my part. I'm serious. I did my part. Because I don't see a point of going to get knowledge if you're not going to obtain it. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's why you see people in church 20 years and they ain't changed. You wasting your time. I'm not going to church every day and play with God. I'm not. I'm just not. I've never been one to play. Now, I ain't saying I've always been perfect because I haven't, but when it comes to things of God, I'm not playing with it. So if you come here, you need to leave with something. And if you didn't get nothing, you need to talk to me afterwards and say, Saniyyah, I got absolutely nothing. You need to change the way you do your message. It made me reflect on myself. Because I'm honest. Let me tell you something about me. I don't get mad when people give me honesty. Now, if I don't ask for your opinion, I might not want it at that time. But I don't mind honesty. And that's the God's honest truth. I do not mind honesty. But I'm going to close it out. I want you guys to think about this. If you're not living to your full potential, then what are you living for? You guys be blessed. As I always say, continue to break cycles. Now, where's the host at? Oh.
Because I was like, God, that's inspiring. What are you living for? Man, give her another round of applause.
confused. What was wrong with y'all? Y'all was very confused. She was speaking on the good friends and people in your lives. I thought that was absolutely beautiful because I did have to cut out some people and they was mad at me. Jesus Christ. They was upset. Boy, that was real bad because they were upset. Being honest with ourselves, I know I've gained some weight and I was still eating the cookies. But I was lying to myself, y'all. I really was. Still eating the cookie, talking about I was walking off when I walked to the back to get the water. That's how I lied to myself. And you don't want to hear no problems. Like she said, you don't want to hear the real problem. Because the problem, my feet was hurting in these heels, y'all. I got them prepared. I said I knew they was going to be bad when I got them. But I didn't want to hear nobody tell me that. I just want to close out, you guys. Again, my name is Sharon, your girlfriend. She looking at me like, you a mess up there. This I'm doing what y'all asked me to do. I came up here to talk to the people.
Well, I enjoy it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I was nervous too, y'all. I was nervous, you know. I didn't know how y'all was gonna receive me, but I was a female MC back in the days in the 80s, and you know, I'm not gonna tell you to throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. Even though I know y'all want to. Look at that. Somebody over here. God, look at this brother over here. Jesus Christ. He got Run DMC all up in his head. Just great. Y'all terrible. I didn't get a chance to tell everybody you look absolutely gorgeous today. All of you ladies look beautiful. Gentlemen, you look so handsome. We thank each and every one of you guys for coming out today. Man, for waking up, for putting on those shoes, for opening your eyes, for telling a friend, picking up a good friend, and just getting a ride here. Some of you caught the Uber or the Lyft. I thank you so much for that. Some of y'all rode the bus. Some of you even walked here. I'm telling you, thank you. You drove here. Some of y'all only had $2 to put in your car, but you still made it here, and we thank you guys so much for that, so much. I'm just going to do a little something real quick. Look at the person to the right or the left of you. You might be sitting on the end. And I just want you guys to repeat these words. I am here.
I am here
to empower you.
to empower you.
I am here
I am here
to motivate you.
to motivate you.
And if I don't see you again,
And I'll see you again.
I hope that you remain
I hope that you remain
inspired.
inspired.
Let us all begin breaking the cycle, everyone. Thank you so much.